Rochambeau new video explaining what it's like to be a genius. If you feel any problem with someone with a higher IQ, and I forgot what kinds of tests they were, but my best friend John would have no exceptions. He would not respect me. Until I proved that I was at a regular level, at an exceptional level. First time I took an IQ test, it was multiple parts to it. Like rotating a cube. They show you a cube with a couple of the faces. You gotta continue the pattern, guess what is on the other side of the cube. Many language vocabulary questions such as synonyms and this is to this as this is to this. Math questions, algebra, abstract thinking, spatial awareness. Anyway, needless to say, I tested a 121 on that. First time I got my IQ tested at school when I was in a program called, I think it was MAST, something like the SAIL. It's called SAIL. And that was 110, 111 when I was about 12. I was tested at that. Next time I took a test, IQ 88. I ran through it because I was stressed out about getting a better score, and I got an 88. So, needless to say, most of the time I knew Johnny called me IQ 88 Mongoloid, which is fair. Next time, 128, and this is, I think it's an averaging of scores. I'd like to take a Mensa test, but basically your mind never shuts off. You can take a large amount of sedatives or painkillers or mostly stimulants, because I would do stimulants as a first try, and then the weed would come next, and then any sort of like downer to sort of modulate the effect of the stimulant, but it would only be stimulants, weed, and any kind of opiate. Mine never shuts off. When you do drugs, synesthesia is an often result of doing drugs, especially methamphetamine stimulants. Nootropics, of course, enhance that. Oftentimes my mind sort of goes on tangents, like where I heard this as a result of brain damage, but there's always music playing in my head, and I can actually hear it. It's not like a musical hallucination. But if I do large amounts of phenibut, I can have fully lucid dreams, where sleep paralysis is what happens, and it's called wake-induced lucid dreaming. If you don't have a drug, which phenibut's a gabapentinoid, similar to GHB. Fluorphenibut is more similar to GHB. I heard it actually affects GHB receptors, such as GABA B and the voltage-gated calcium ion channel blockers. Also, fluorphenibut affects GABA A receptors at higher doses, acting as a GABA A agonist. Not positive allosteric modulator like a benzo, but agonists like alcohol, probably more selective. Anyway, fully lucid dreams, I can close my, and this is with T-neptine and phenibut, I can close my eyes, imagine something, and it becomes clear before my eyes, very clear, like I can see it. So clear, in fact, that I freaked out several times because I thought there's something wrong with my brain. I can see perfect fractals, and there are those transformative hallucinations and I guess mind's eye focused, produced or improved hallucinations, which is the more realistic things. I thought I could see through my eyelids. I see fractals in perfect clarity and see through my eyelids. I thought I was having an aneurysm or something. Whenever I have very strong closed eye hallucinations, it's like that. But that phenibut produces, I can create the own hallucinations, and with Benadryl, large amounts of diphenhydramine, or I've tried hyoscine, atropine. It was in a motion sickness pill that had a barbiturate and several Jimson weed alkaloids that can produce the full-blown musical hallucinations as if I'm hearing it. I'm gonna put this in several parts as a video series. This first one is an introduction, an explanation of my IQ test results, and basically explaining what it's like to have a higher than average IQ. It's very torturous, but also drugs do enhance in intellect and inspiration, and that's helped and hindered me throughout the years, caused me to crave stimulants and crave other drugs. Very bored, very flat. Life is not much depth and not very much purpose to living without drugs. I'll go in that in depth, but if anyone has any questions they'd like to ask me about the videos, or any comments, or any criticisms especially, like, you're not a genius, you're just an egotist, whatever, I want to hear it all. This is it.